Welcome back to Qcookin. I'm kicking off the new barbecue season with an old favourite, baby back ribs. Now when I asked my butcher to remove the membrane from the bone side of the ribs, he invited me to bring my camera into his shop and record how he does it. Now there's an offer I couldn't refuse. This is where my meat comes from. Poxon's traditional butcher's shop at Castlecroft near Wolverhampton in the Black Country. And here's the man himself, Nigel Poxon.
We've just cut a side of pork. We've just taken a draft and shoulder out of the fridge, which is now on the block. We're now going to take a set of pork ribs out of it and then take the skin off, ready for barbecuing. And now we're going to take the seam out, so there's plenty of meat left on the ribs. Now here we go. You just take it out of there like this. You can see the seam coming now. We like plenty of meat on our ribs. Lots of people leave all this meat on here, but we take it out down the seam, just leaving a little bit of fat on the rind. Nice cuts. One set of ribs now, which we've just taken out of the pork, and I'm just going to now trim them and get them ready for the barbecue. So we take all this crispy section off here, like that, straight through, like that, and we'll put that over there. Then we trim the end off there, and the end one off there. You can see a lovely set of now pork ribs, all with the meat left on. So all now needs to do is cut it in half and take the skin off. There you are. Now we cut the ribs in half. You can see lovely lean ribs, lots of meat. Now this is the most difficult part, taking this skin that you can't see off the ribs. It's always hard work. You start here, you just start to trim like this, and slowly it comes. And the thing is to keep it in one piece and see if you can get it going. It should keep coming off like that. Just keep it going with your knife.
Yeah, I'll take Stilton, please.
So these little pigs, there's not much on them, so we try to get it off, but it can be quite difficult. To do it yourself, I think you'd probably need a Stanley knife or a very sharp knife. There we are. Two beautiful half sets of ribs, all ready now for a barbecue.
Well, I've got my ribs. I've had a masterclass in butchery, and now I can't wait to get them on the barbecue. Back home, I'm now going to prepare the ribs. Now, by my own admission, I'm quite a lazy person who is happy to rely on shop-bought rubs and sauces. So just for a change, I've decided to make my own. And I'm going to start with the rub. Four teaspoons of onion salt, 4 teaspoons of celery salt, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 4 teaspoons of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, 4 teaspoons of garlic powder, and finally 8 tablespoons of smoked paprika. Mix well to combine the spices. Sprinkle the rub all over the ribs and give them a good massage. This is all about adding flavour. Place them in the fridge for 2 hours to infuse and let the spices do their bit. Meanwhile, I'm going to make the sauce with just 6 ingredients. Tomato ketchup, icing sugar, Worcester sauce, black treacle, garlic powder and liquid smoke. To the pan, add 250 ml of tomato ketchup, 200 grams of icing sugar, 1 tablespoon of Worcester sauce, 6 tablespoons of black treacle. Now this stuff has its own built-in slow-mo, so it's 1 down and 5 to go. A 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, and finally 1 teaspoon of liquid smoke. Yeah! Turn the heat to medium. Stir the mixture to combine and bring to the boil. Once boiling, reduce the heat and simmer for 10 minutes, stirring occasionally. Turn off the heat and leave to cool. I'm now boiling some small potatoes for just 10 minutes, draining and allowing to cool, then drizzling with oil, seasoning with salt and pepper, and then giving them a good shake to coat them. I'll be coming back to these potatoes later on. Meanwhile, out of the barbecue, turn both burners full on and ignite. I need to get the barbecue hot to start my wood pellets smoking. These are apple wood pellets to give some of that smoky flavour, often lacking on a gas grill. Yes, we have smoke. Now turn the small burner off and the large one down to minimum. Place the heat shield on the grill and the rack to raise the meat from the heat for indirect cooking. Make sure the temperature is at its lowest. 150 degrees C is the lowest I can achieve. I've set the timer for 30 minutes. Just listen to that sizzle. This important process keeps the meat moist as it cooks. It's known as the mop. For this, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of the rub mixture to a bowl, followed by 3 cups of apple juice. This liquid will be used liberally to mop the meat, preventing it drying out as it cooks. Now, there are no hard and fast rules to making a mop liquid. Beer is another favourite of mine. And finally, in goes a 1/4 cup of cider vinegar for acidity. It's now time to mop the ribs. This needs to be done every 30 minutes throughout the 3 to 4 hours cooking time. Well, they look done to me, so I'm now going to paint them with barbecue sauce, and I'll give them just a few minutes more. Now cover with foil and rest for 10 minutes. Turn both burners full on and put the potatoes on the grill for approximately 10 minutes. Yes, they're done. Here's my baby back ribs with a bucket of small potatoes and coleslaw, which I have to admit was shop bought. So there you have it. If you want to know what's coming up next on the barbecue, then subscribe to my channel. Simply click the button below and you'll be among the first to know. Well, that's all for now, so until the next time, thanks for looking at Qcookin.